What's up, SNA fans? This Super Ninja off with another video, and this is you said it. This is the SNA Cast with your host, yours truly, right here, and we're gonna be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Wrestle Talk article on April 13th, 2024, and we're gonna be starting off on today's wrestling news video with some shocking WWE departure has been confirmed, and that is WWE. It's a WWE departure described as truly shocking. Reportedly, took place within the company yesterday on Friday, April 12th, 2024. This comes after some WWE backstage releases had already occurred earlier in the week. It, as reported by PW Insider, Sue H H Aitchison, yeah. Like Sue Aitchison is no longer with WWE. Aitchison was the longest running employee still with the company, like until she was let go. Having worked there for over 38 years, she was said to have led WWE's community outreach programs and built the company's relationship with Make a Wish. She received the Warrior Award at the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019. The departure is yet future proof that this truly is a new WWE with Endeavor in TKO at the helm, and seemingly no one is immune from being let go. If that's being immune to be let go. That's what the company decides to do. According to PW Insider, to news, the news rever re or the reverberate. I was like not trying to say reverberated with shock among long-term former employees. Earlier this week, it was confirmed that Dan Ventrell and Trent Wilfinger were gone from WWE as well. What are your thoughts on these mass releases in WWE with these executives no longer being in WWE, especially this this lady that's been there for over 30 years, and been a part of the WWE community and running it, and where do you think what's next for her? Which her name was Sue at Aitchison, yeah, Aitchison, that's what her name is. Sue Aitchison, and do you think she's gonna be finding work sooner or later? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is oh yeah, and also I want to say I'm very sorry to hear that you lost your job to Miss Aitchison, and if she is watching, which I'm not sure if she is, regardless, but I just want to wish you the best, wish you the best in your future endeavors, and hopefully it won't be too long to find work elsewhere. But but yeah, But yeah, that's kind of crazy to hear that. Yeah, nobody is safe with the new under TKO. Like if they it's like what Brian Cage would say. Even though he also meant that with WWE before when McMahon was still there as well. Like nobody is safe. Like if they don't find nothing creative for you to do, at all whatsoever. Like you're gonna be handed the axe and be pointed out to the exit door. But But yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news, and it's more about releases now. Is WWE name released from company, and it says a WWE name who has been with the company for almost 6 years has been released from his contract over the past week. According to PW Insider, former NXT UK wrestler and assistant general manager Scala, Sid Scala, like is gone from the company, and it says right here, despite NXT UK closing its doors back in September 2022, Scala was retained by WWE up until sometime this past week when he was let go. Scala joined the WWE NXT UK in December 2018, competing in a handful of matches against the likes of JD McDonough and Cassius Ono. He is perhaps better known, however, for his role as the assistant NXT UK GM Johnny Saint, and as well as an on-screen authority figure. Scala had also worked as a producer and coach behind the scenes. Despite not being used by WWE at all since NXT UK shut its doors, Scala continued to compete as a wrestler during most of his time off television. With his last match in May of 2023. This is not the only WWE departure over the past week. With former EVP of talent Dan Ventrell, and Senior Vice President of Athlete and ID and Development Trent Wilfinger, and WWE's longest tenure employee Sue Aitchison, all being let go this week. But what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this guy? Uh, I remember seeing this guy before. His name's Scala, yeah. Scala, yeah, that's what his name is. Sid Scala. I remember watching him wrestle Cassius Ono. That was like back in 2019, was it? Or was it 2020? I remember watching that on NXT UK. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I remember him as in WWE. Like because Cassius Ono was being like a hillish brat, and then he's not getting enough fair opportunities in on the brand. So this is where he challenged Scala in the match. This is where everybody was like, but he hasn't wrestled in a long time. And then this is where he wrestled him. I believe he almost beat him, but Cassius Ono got him by a by a mile or two, I guess you could say. And yeah, hit him with the knockout artist KO move that he usually do, and get the 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I also want to apologize to you as well for losing your job with WWE, and hopefully, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and hope you find work someplace else sooner rather than later at this very unfortunate time. And everybody else that's on the everybody else that got the pink slip from this past week, I wish you guys the best of luck, I guess you could say. But anyways, let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got some Kenny Omega news. Next up, we got some Kenny Omega news as he breaks silence on CM Punk at All Out in 2020. The then AEW World Champion CM Punk went on at a verbal tirade where he fired shots at numerous people within the company, including the EVPs, and Punk was then reportedly involved in a physical altercation, which resulted in Punk and number of others other individuals receiving suspensions. And And it says right here in addition to CM Punk, several other AEW talents were suspended following the incident, including the EVPs such as Kenny Omega, Matthew Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson. During a recent stream on Twitch, Omega recalled the altercation, noting that his main aim was to create a peaceful environment for Punk, for aiming to the peaceful environment for Punk's dog Larry. Yeah, Omega said. I thought my duty as an EVP during the brawlout would be to enter the situation while there was chaos. Like the esco the escalate it and create a peaceful environment for everyone. I was able to create a peace environment for the most important person in the altercation, and that was Larry. I swear to God, honestly, that was my biggest concern. And yeah, it sounds funny, but I look at animals and our pets as people. And as you know, Bobby, of course, my most important people in my life. So to get little Larry out of there was the most important thing to me, and that was the success. Unfortunately, that instance, when I realized that the way that I wanted to go about things wasn't necessarily the way that other people wanted to. It was also the way that other people necessarily didn't want it to do. Then it was maybe not the way that the boss wanted to take care of it. I also thought of myself as a liability because I don't want to say old school. I am not old school. I've just played a lot of contact sports, and I've got into jujitsu and boxing and mixed martial arts. I just I just know that sometimes when you perform or when you fight, when everything's on the line, when you give your heart, when you give your soul towards something, and you're in that moment of high stress or high anxiety, you where you maybe in maybe emptied the tank and you're just physically exhausted in an environment like that. Sometimes emotions get the best of you, and people will want to throw hands. And in the case that I'm unfortunately or fortunately a believer of it, I think if it's decided that, hey, this is is the best way to solve things, and you can shake hands after and move on after I am actually a believer of fight age. I am I am I am in and that sounds terrible to say, which is why I don't make me an EVP in 2024. You know, you can do stuff like you you can't do that stuff anymore. I just feel that sometimes that's how you have to settle things sometimes. I don't mean you have to settle it in, and then it has to be shown like on screen to everyone, or people have to brag online about who won, who lost. No, it's not for that purpose. It's for the purpose of just getting that stuff out. I thought it was an A. My apologies. Get that stuff out that you need to get out. I'll ad- I'll admit, like there were a number of times, even now, like with me, where I thought like that might have been the most appreciate answer. It never came to that. We were able to talk things out, and we became better friends, and there was a level of respect. Like at that point on between myself and these other parties. Maybe I'll share this story later. It's crazy. As as much as I believe in cooler heads, I prevailing sitting down and talking sometimes. It was just like, hey, I can't even think straight until I start throwing some hay, uh, throwing some hay. You know, like, or maybe that I need to be smacked around a little bit. Whatever the case might be. I think if it's a contained scenario, and it's not a situation when there's pulling people's eyeballs out, low blows, hair pulling, or scratching you, scratching you. Know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, or scratch, like, you know what I mean. And if it's just like, hey, let's just hang and bang a little bit. I can see it sometimes being being conductive for a positive work environment. This is exactly why I have no power, nor should I. So that's just how I feel, and I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, Kenny Omega has been out of action since December 2023, when he was hospitalized and been diagnosed with diverticulitis. And yeah, hopefully he's recovering from that, and hopefully he's almost to the point of remission, so he can come back and be better than ever and get back into that AEW ring. But some tells me it might be later on this year when that happens, but hopefully it'll be sooner than then, even for at whatever time that may be. Like, that's later on. Whether the results of like an injury recovering return, like, not injury, diverticulitis recovery return. But even if he recovers from it, yeah, I'm not expecting him to just come back. He have to work out and have to rehabilitate his body, like, because he's been out of action for quite some time now, even though it's been like 4, maybe 5 months. But But yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. So we not sure when he's going to be making that return to uh to AEW, but we're just going to hope for the best. But and secondly, I want to talk about like now we finally hear like some of the stories of the brawl out, even though it was in references and subliminal messages, like when what he was trying to, what him name dropping CM Punk's dog though, like he's saying like he was trying to be the peacemaker and trying to find a better and safe environment for him, for Punk Dog Larry, and and then yeah, it was complete chaos. But it's like he said, but like he said, like I believe everybody I was simply it was a misunderstanding, and yeah, and then they let their emotions got the better of them, and then he even said about himself and stuff like, and you just cannot do that. You just got to have some kind of a peaceful, mature conversation with that person. Like, especially if they saying some very harsh stuff about you and saying that you're irresponsible, whether if you are or not. Like, that's nothing that you would like to hear from somebody that's trying to say bad, negative comments about you with about that. Yeah, to you like that, I should say. Yeah, let me rephrase that. But let me know in the comments down below on what your thoughts onto the matter. And do you think we will ever see CM Punk and Kenny Omega will ever work a program with one another, whether if that be in anywhere like WWE or I'll say anywhere, probably not AEW, but maybe like a WWE or a New Japan or anywhere else, perhaps like that we could possibly see this dream match. I'll say like, if he joined like at not '05, let's say '06 or '07, you probably would have already been and had a match with the Chicago superstar. But Omega didn't really see WWE as a option, like, and he was not sure if they would have brought him in and make him like a star. Like, yeah, he would. Yeah, he would possibly would have thrived in. He could have been like the AJ Styles of that era, like in the mid to late ruthless aggression era. But I only God knows what it could have been. But do you think that we could possibly see Omega in WWE? Or do you think or is he going to remain in AEW and forever be there? Let me know in the comments below when he's going to when he makes his big in-ring return, which I think he's going to be sticking around with AEW for a while, even if it's contract about to expire. But I think they'll extended it, even if it was going to be expiring and like whenever, like if he makes that return, but they had to extend it because he was suffering from that illness, which yeah but he'll be back then. Well, I'm just looking at it like in a realistic, genuine statement, making a statement here for this particular example, like what could happen. But yeah, let me know in the comments, bro. What you thought on Kenny Omega and what happened partially into this brawl out back almost 2 years ago. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this on what Kenny Omega had to say. And sorry if I didn't correctly read it very well. But hopefully I correct myself to the point that you understand exactly what I am saying, and I'm gonna try to do better on the next one. I'm like what to say that I still have these very very bad. Let's just say I have these that this very bad. Still having these very bad. What's that? Very. They're not allergies, but it's really bad. What's that? What's that? I'll say this bad bug. I'll say in me. That's that's still that's bugging me. Of course, yeah. And it's not. Like it's slowly going away, but it's surely is doing it. I'm like the good thing about it is like if it's now dissolving off. Like it's the piercing stomach pain, but but no worries. Like I came up with solutions to solve that problem and fix it. But but yeah, but yeah, let me know about that, about some of the insiders. And we're finally hearing from one of the elite members and of EVP, even though it's not needed the Young Bucks like of Nicholas and Matthew, but it is from what's his from Kenny Omega, like which he's doing a Twitch stream. It seems like he's doing okay. Maybe he's still suffering from the sickness, but he probably not. But he's probably not as bad like he was like about a few months ago. And it looks like this could be a sign that we could be seeing the former AEW World Champion sooner rather than later. Let's hope that'll be the case because like we do not want to miss him for. We do not want to leave him. We do not want to. We do not want to miss him for too long. Like it's already enough that we haven't seen him since like December when he was supposed to be teaming with Kenny Omega again. Kenny Omega was supposed to team with Jericho against Ricky Starks and Big Bill until that happened, unfortunately, to Omega. So let's move on to the next slide. We got Jack Perry responds to CM Punk to CM Punk's AEW backstage fight footage. Jack Perry responded to AEW releasing footage of his backstage altercation with CM Punk with an interesting move during his most recent singles match. Perry hasn't wrestled for AEW since August 2023. With Perry was reportedly suspended following a backstage altercation between himself and Punk. The altercation has been revisited recently with with AEW footage, with AEW sharing that footage from the altercation on this past Wednesday on Dynamite, following Punk, following CM Punk commenting on the incident during his interview with Ariel Helwani, on the MMA Hour. While Perry hasn't wrestled for AEW since last year, the scapegoat has been competing for New Japan Pro Wrestling since returning to the ring in March. During Perry's appearance during Friday's April 12th New Japan Windy City Riot show, let me rephrase that. The NJPW Windy City Riot show in Chicago, Illinois, Perry made a statement with his entrance holding the Chicago flag and wearing a jacket with "Go Cry Me a River," not go, I'm gonna say "Cry Me a River" written right in the back of his jacket. Perry saying this phrase to the camera following a spot with Real Glass during his match against Hook at All In London, which led into Punk and Jack Perry confrontation. Their confrontation during the actual match. Perry made numerous references to CM Punk, including his attempt at a GTS on his opponent, Shota Umino, which you can view down below. Perry also responded to "You got choked out," no, he didn't chant. He didn't chant by putting Shota Umino into a chokehold, acknowledging all of the talk surrounding him. And then, Shota Umino ultimately defeated Jack Perry with a Death Rider in homage to his mentor, John Moxley. And Moxley was also there at the Windy City Riot paper. scoring a huge win in on the night and defeating Ta Ta Tayu Ta 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 Tayura Tayura Naito Taira Naito to become the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And sorry I said it slow. I'm trying to make sure I get it right, like of saying it, not trying to stumble in my words, but just making sure I don't mess up when saying it. But yeah, like he became the new IWGP World Heavyweight. I want to give my boy Mox a huge congratulations to becoming the new champion and being a Triple Crown champion in all of professional wrestling from 3 different wrestling promotions, starting in WWE, then AEW, now in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and him being known as a world champion. But yeah, let's continue to talk about more about more about more about CM Punk in AEW with Punk's reaction to AEW releasing the backstage altercation footage. Yeah, and even though it didn't show to go to sleep, but it showed him doing the pose like 99 time, like a hand gesture what CM Punk would do, like if he was right before he hits his finisher, which is the GTS. But yeah, it said it got reversed by Shota Umino. And then later on in the match, he paid homage to his mentor, John Moxley, with the Death Rider to score the victory. And then the funny thing he did that is because the funny thing about that, he did that, and then John Moxley didn't, I believe, later won the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And do you think he's going to show up at AEW with that belt? Like may not be the night, but they will probably be hyping it up tonight on AEW Collision. Like that he's the new IWGP World Champion and he will be making his return. Probably not, if not next week's Dynamite or next week's Collision. I would give it about the post show Dynamite after Dynasty. Let me know, but let me know in the comments below when you think John Moxley is going to show off his newly won IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. But yeah, again, I want to give my boy my boy and the Blackpool Combat Club member and former AEW and WWE World Champion a huge, humongously congratulations of finally doing it in New Japan. Like normally we'll see him be the IWGP United States champion. About that, he's been feuding with the likes of Will Ospreay, Lance Archer, and plenty of others for that championship in New Japan. But yeah, but let me know all about that in the comments below. But let's move on to the next news. We got And yeah, we got some news about CM Punk reacts to AEW airing backstage footage of the altercation with Jack Perry. And at WWE star CM Punk has seemingly reacted to AEW, which is his former employers, airing a backstage footage of his altercation with Jack Perry at AEW All In. Amid speculation as to how the segment was going to actually play out. On tonight's Dynamite, I mean, not on tonight, on last night's Dynamite. Well, I said tonight, like this must have been from Wednesday. But anyway, on this past Wednesday on Dynamite, the EVPs, the Young Bucks, most specifically Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, came through on their promise to deliver the footage from backstage at AEW All In. The incident footage was shown on tonight's. I mean, not tonight. from this past Wednesday's episode of Dynamite, featuring current the now returning WWE star CM Punk and current NJPW star Jack Perry. And I apologize like for the tongue tied of saying it was tonight, but when really it was this past Wednesday. But anyways, let's continue with the EVPs. The Young Bucks given details like surrounding the footage by noting that it was relevant since they were distracted from chasing a win at AEW All In against FTR because they had to deal with the stupid incident. Punk Punk took his preferred his pre prefer pre, his preferred form of social media in an Instagram story to shoot out a quick reaction to the aired footage on this past Wednesday's Dynamite. Punk posted a photo of George W. Bush standing in front of a banner reading "Mission Accomplished." Bush famously made the mission accomplished appearance in May 2003. However, America remained in combat operations in Iraq for another 8 years. Elsewhere into this situation, we got weighing in, Ariel Hawani reacted with a quick edit of both CM Punk's description of the events as well as the events as they occurred, along with the ab the appro- at the appraisal that they lined up to. You can find more of it on here on Wrestle Talk, but here's the post CM Punk. There's the post that CM Punk posted on his Instagram, which is showing George W. Bush. That has the banner "Mission Accomplished" in a funny, mean kind of way. But what are your thoughts on CM Punk's reaction to the to AEW showing the footage on AEW Dynamite to try to embarrass the Chicago-made star? And like I said on Slatrock in the comments, and I'll say it here on my SNA podcast video, if they wanted to show anything about it, they might as well should have did it in the first place. And even if you want to embarrass CM Punk, you should have did it like that as well, because it seemed like it was not much of an endangerment. And like in and he, and yeah, and the way Tony Conte was fearing for his life, he's making it sound like CM Punk really is a devil. And I was like, yeah, come on, man. It's not like he was gonna attack you. The only person he attacked was Jack Perry because he was ticked off on him because he did exactly what he told him not to do. But he probably wouldn't care if he just did it anyways, as long as he didn't provoke him about it. But he did so, and then that's what CM Punk choked him out to death, which you can understand CM Punk's reason why he did it. But at the same time, we don't tolerate any violence, especially when it's not necessary or appropriate, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I wouldn't think he should have did it that way. I would have, if I was CM Punk, I would have told Tony Khan he's acting all unprofessional, and he would have gotten suspended that way, in a way that would be more in a professional manner. But at the same time, it was kind of Jack Perry's fault, at this basically. But I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not saying it by picking Punk's side, but I'm looking at it in a perspective that's in a fair, realistic way, on what was the situation, who started this who started this altercation in the first place, which was none other than Jack Perry, because he all he wanted to do is use real glass in the spot against Hook. But yeah, well, enough about that. Yeah, but let me know in the comments down below. Like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, and then what are your thoughts on AEW? Should they have done this sooner, or shouldn't they not do it at all? Or do you think this was a good idea to show the footage to get even with CM Punk, even though CM Punk was not trying to blast the company? He was just saying some factual stuff about it, even if it did sound uncomplimentary, but or doesn't sound yeah, if that's a word, I'll say more likely say I should rephrase that is even though it does not sound very sound compensating, I should say compensating, yeah. But yeah, let me know all about that in the comments right down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. Next up, we got some Rikishi news as Rikishi addresses Solo Sikoa's leading Jimmy Uso, a WWE Bloodline attack. The WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi has reacted to his son Solo Sikoa aligning himself with Tama Tonga and attacking this other and attacking his other son, Jimmy Uso, with Roman Reigns dropping the undisputed WWE Universal Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. There had been a lot of speculation about the future of the Bloodline faction ahead of SmackDown. Solo Sikoa had a major statement on Friday's show, like on April 12th, attacking Jimmy Uso alongside the debuting Tama Tonga, with Jimmy Uso appearing to be out of the bloodline and Tonga seemingly taking his place. Rikishi has now reacted to what happened between his two sons, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Rikishi shared WWE's Twitter video showing this attack which was captioned "Everything just changed for the Bloodline." And it says right here, and then appearing to take Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga's side, like Rikishi shared this video with his own caption saying "Believe that" with